everybody, welcome back to the Ring of Honor show with Kirsty Graham. Today we're going to be talking about everything that's happened in Ring of Honor this week, obviously, specifically episode 339. We're about 3 weeks out of Supercard of Honor, so everything is strategically placed now to make sense and build towards that. There's nothing that's just thrown in there, which is always the most exciting time to be a wrestling fan. It is between Wrestle Kingdom and WrestleMania. It's the best. So we're right in the middle of it, and here we are. The show opens up with a vignette, and it's Matt Tavern in the Kingdom, but it's Matt mostly talking, and he's saying, as always, there's a conspiracy against the Kingdom, and Kaz and Daniels walk in screen and anti-camera shot, and they're like, you're not the only team here that is not favoured as much as Bullet Club is. ROH is putting all their eggs into one basket, and the Bullet Club basket, and they're falling apart, and Matt Tavern's going on and on. Basically, they decide to team up, and like it cuts to Cody, and Cody's like saying to the Bullet Club in what looks like a locker room, dressing room area, I'm not the bad guy here. Like, they're the ones that are putting all their eggs in one basket. They're trying to take out the Bullet Club. They're teaming up specifically to take us out. And then he keeps saying things like Bullet Club are fine, and Matt Jackson's having none of it. Neither is Nick. They're like, are we though? Are we really? And again, Marty kind of seems stuck in the middle, and Adam's completely on his side, because Adam obviously feels that Cody's always sticking up for him with the whole Kenny thing. So yeah, it was weird. And Cody's just like, all I'm saying is we need to work together, we need to be on the same page, and kind of walks out in a huff. And then they're like, it's a 10-man tag for the main event tonight. Bullet Club and Kaz, Daniels and the Kingdom, the three of them. And yeah, so then the first match, like the first actual segment match to start the show off, is the dogs of Titus and Little Willie and Coast to Coast of SLG. I'm always scared that I'll mix those letters up. And Ali, with Beer City Bruiser and Brian Malonis on commentary. I have to say, during this entire match, Beer City Bruiser was on point on commentary. Sometimes when people try and put their gimmick over on commentary, it doesn't really come across as natural. But there's just something about the way that he does what he does, and it flowed. It still was obviously his gimmick, but like, it's that nice in between where there's enough of him in it that it doesn't feel weird in any way. So I really liked them on commentary. Coast to Coast are still undefeated as a tag team in ROH, and Beer City and Malonis were talking about that, saying they only beat us, what was that pay-per-view that we just had? Anyway, the only reason they beat us then was because of Kenny King. It wasn't them making up excuses with Silas Young. That was the only reason. In the ring, it was weird. Like, there was this really weird one spot where Titus was in the ring and was dragging Little Willie and throwing him into I think it was Ali. Like, Ali was in the corner of the ring and he was like swinging him round, but Little Willie kept shouting stop, and he wouldn't. The dogs have got this really nice dynamic of like big brother and little brother, and like the little brother's always trying to impress the big brother, but the big brother's always completely unamused regardless of if he's doing good or not. So it's a really nice, almost comedy, but not Coke Cabana comedy. Like, it's a nice, I like them. There was a doggy splash for the finish. Coast to Coast obviously won, and then Beer City, Bruiser and Malonis came in and attacked C2C, Coast to Coast, and like back sentoned them and stuff and stood strong, and it's a nice little opening segment, nothing to complain about. Clearly moving forward, this is a feud that's going to continue. Next, there was, so that segment finished obviously. Next segment started and it was a promo from Marty Scurll, and he was talking directly to Dalton Castle because obviously he's going on, they've announced now that he's going to go on and have the match against Dalton Castle at Supercard of Honour, and I just feel as if this is going to be such a technical match because the two of them, obviously Dalton was an amateur wrestler and Marty's known for his like chain wrestling just genius. I'm really excited to see. I wouldn't even be mad if they never left the mat, if it was just a chain wrestling phenomenon. But I'm really excited for this match. I really, really want Marty to win too. But I don't know if I'm ready to see Dalton let it go yet either. Fangirl problems. Help me here, people. Anyway, Marty is saying, if like his catchphrases, things like, every good fairy tale needs a villain. People... He was saying like people are going to be screaming Marty, Marty, and you Dalton Castle will be the next victim to, you will fall victim to the villain. There's a lot of V's in that there. And he's saying he's going to get what's rightfully his, he's going to become world champion. And watching this, only seeing Marty's to start with, I was like, yes, Marty has to win. But then the following segment after an ad break was Dalton Castle replying. And Dalton was like, you've got everything you've ever asked for at this point. You've been, because he was begging people almost and trying to make friends with people, trying to get in to get this title match, which Marty deserves, as I've said before. Marty is fantastic. And he was saying, where I've lost my place on my notes. He was saying, he was like, he was saying, I'm not good with accents because he done a funny accent, but I'm really good at big events. This is the biggest crowd in ROH history and there's no way in hell you're walking out with my title. And that was the end of the promo. And by the end of it, I was just like, who wins? I wanted to be Marty, like deep down in my soul, but if Dalton retains, I probably will be mad. I was going to say I won't be mad. I probably will be a little bit mad, but at the same time, not like, how could Dalton win? Just be like, oh, Marty didn't win. So, one of those matches, I'm just happy to be here at this point. Just happy to watch it. So then it goes on to another match, and it was footage from Osaka for the Women of Honour tournament. It was two Stardom wrestlers. I think it might actually been Stardom footage, like, and then Ian Riccaboni like commentated over it, like before, not live at ROH, but like previously they got him to announce it, which was weird because it was only him. I don't know why they didn't get Colton to do it as well. I don't know. Anyway, so this was between Mayu Iwatani. You guys, you know far too well. It was against Mayu and Hazaki. They had a really... I love watching Stardom matches, or just female Japanese matches in general. But I don't know what it is. There's just something really gritty, but still smooth, which makes no sense at all. But there's grit to them. I think they put a lot more on themselves to prove that they're just as good as the Japanese guys. And I think sometimes they actually take it harder hitting than some of the guys, which is a huge statement, but like, just watch some female Japanese matches. They're intense and insane, and this was no different. Started off kind of slow, but it was still really slick. There was no botches or anything. And then it again, just hard hitting. There was a full Nelson, and then there was a delayed German into this weird flat-kneed bridge. Like, obviously a normal bridge is your whole body bridges over and you rest on your head, but she sort of like done this delayed German, and then like instead of bridging completely over, she fell to her knees in bridge. It was weird looking, but like it looked awesome as hell. That was a false finish. There was, oh god, what was it? There was something in like a DDT that was just smooth as hell. I'm not sure what they were going for because it got, countered. But it was so smooth. And then for the pin, Mayu won with a bridge and dragon, which again, the bridges were but that weird knee one was interesting. I hadn't seen that before and I liked it. But yeah, so that takes Mayu on to face Diona Purrazzo. So at the moment, obviously we've still got 2 matches still to happen, which is Jenny Rose and Kayutse versus no, those 2, and then we've still got Kimura and Sumi Sake still to happen. But as of right now, Kelly Clean beat Brooks. Mandy Leon beat Madison Rain, so those 2 are going on to face each other in the quarterfinals. We've got Mayu obviously beat Hazaku. She won her match, and that means that she's going to face Diona Purrazzo, because Diona Purrazzo beat Holly Dead. Tennille Dashwood bet Stacey Shadows, and Brandy bet Karen Q. So that means Tennille, Emma, and Brandy are going to be facing each other, and Mayu and Diona, and Kelly Clean and Mandy Leon. So those are the confirmed quarterfinals that are to happen. So that's where we're at just now. We're still not done the first round, but we've got 2 matches left, and that will make the last quarterfinal, obviously. So, and I think that will all need to happen pretty quickly, because I'm pretty sure that's to be at Supercard of Honour. So in the next few weeks, these matches will need to quite rapidly happen. Anyway, so after that match, obviously that was footage shown. They came back to the actual ROH show arena for that night that they were recording in, and the main event, the 10-man tag, got about 20 minutes, like a good chunk of time, as always with main events in ROH for the most part. And I had wrote down, I get really salty, so Christopher Daniels and Kaz came out on their own first, not as like the 5 of them with the Kingdom. And they came out, and the announcer didn't say anything about Daniels winning, well, being the first ever and only Grand Slam champion in ROH. So I'd started writing, like, why wouldn't you say something about that? And literally mid-writing, Ian Riccovanni on commentary had said, like, it's at the pay-per-view, he became the first ever Grand Slam champion because they won the tag belts and six-man tag belts, and on, and I was like, good, because you can't just skip over the fact that it took his 15 years to crown a Grand Slam and then just not mention it. Now granted, it's not, ROH don't have people coming out and being like, this is a 5-time champion, or there is no 5-time champions, that's why. But they don't, like, when Jay Briscoe's coming out, they're not like 2-time champ. They don't even be like ex-world champion, so they probably wouldn't have announced it. I just didn't want them to completely skim over the fact that something really awesome had happened for Christopher Daniels, but they didn't, so I just scrubbed that out, kind of. So then the Kingdom came out, they got on their side, do the thing, and then the Bullet Club, like the the New Japan Bullet Club theme hits. I was like, oh, they're all going to come out together. Bullet Club is fine. So then out comes Adam Page, Marty Scurll, and Nick and Matt Jackson, and Cody's nowhere to be seen. And I was just like, why are you like this, Cody? So they came out, and then Cody gets his own entrance. Don't get me wrong, I still love hearing wrestling has more than one royal family. One of my favourite, like, entrances. Music, it's not really music, but you know, one of my favourite bits and entrances. So then out comes Cody, and then out comes Brandy and Buddy the Bear again, and I was like, if Kenny Omega's under that again, trying to give me a goddamn heart attack, I will scream. But yeah, so they're all still really weird with each other. Is they get in the ring and they all huddle together like in a circle, and obviously SoCal and the Kingdom, we need to come up with a collective name for them, but they're all still there, and they're all huddling as if they're having like a team chat, let's go team, and then seconds later they just super kick everybody. So I'm assuming that's what it was. Everybody, let's distract them, super kick them on 3 and pow. But yeah, then dives and over the top rope things, moves, craziness, moonsaults, flips, all of the spots, as most multiple tag team matches do start off as. But it was just smooth and pretty. Nobody was bleeding, nobody went crazy, nobody got hurt, as far as we've seen. Everything was just lovely. Some of the better spots of it were, so Cody throws up a 1-sweep and Adam automatically puts up, and Marty kind of looks at the Bucks and then looks at them and he's like, Bullet Club's fine, guys, and he goes to do it, and Nick and Matt just look so reluctant to do anything that Cody's saying at this point in time. And then they kind of are like, okay, because everybody's chanting 1-sweep, and they're like, right, okay, they go to do it, and then it's interrupted because they took too long, and there's 5 guys trying to have a match with these. So, of course, but then, so it was Cody and Chris Daniels in the ring. They had a really lovely little exchange. They're just really smooth. They have really good chemistry together. I could watch those two having matches all goddamn day. And then Matt tags in and Cody, they do like the little Japanese handshake thing, and the entire story of this match was Bullet Club is not fine, but they're kind of trying still to be fine. If people say all the time there's no like storylines in like Young Buck matches or like just Bullet Club matches in general, and I don't know what show they're watching. Clearly they're not watching Being the Elite to get all the backstory for this, but like it was just storytelling. The entire match was storytelling, exchanges and spots. It was great. Marty came in, he was like stomping on Vinny's hands and pulling his hair. Well, being compared to Avril Lavigne, of all the singers, of all the songs that he has sung, of all of the things, Marty is Avril Lavigne, apparently, according to Colt Cabana. TKO tried to like make a comeback after having his hair pulled and being stamped on his fingers, but Marty just sort of had done like a little baby drop kick to him. Then Adam came in and Frankie, and because of all of their history and everything that went with it, every time they get in the ring and they lock up, it's just intense, and it was a really nice change of pace. That's the great thing about all of the people that were in this match. When you pair them up with different people from the opposite side, you get different history in a different match, and it was really enjoyable. But Adam and Frankie, intensity, they were just swinging at each other. It was lovely. And then out of nowhere, Adam stops and swings his arm like it's his cock, and the pop that this got was ridiculous for what it was. And I know there's the whole thing with Joey Ryan, and I'm really dying to see that match. Like, but goddamn, like, it was just so intense. And then he won the exchange and was like, I have a huge cock that's better than Joey Ryan's. Penis pretenders, what you gonna do? Cody then came tagged in again, and he done this scoop slam that was beautiful, like Samoa Joe levels of just perfect and slick. And I know obviously that's like, most people know that for either Samoa Joe or Randy Orton, and Cody spent a good chunk of time with Randy Orton at the start of his career, but like this was so smooth. And I know it's such a tiny detail to point out, but like little things that are smooth make me very happy in wrestling matches, especially when they're in chaotic 10-man tags. Really pretty. Buddy and Brandy on the outside were cute as hell this entire match, like just dancing, and he was doing mascotty things. And yeah, it moves on again. The Bucks, Nick tags in, and they're doing Bucks spots because Matt obviously came in with him because he's his brother and they do it all the time. And they're doing all this stuff, and then Matt goes to call for something, and Cody tags himself in and ruins the moment. And they're like, what the dude, like, what is going on here? And then he done a Snapdragon of all the things, and I'm like, Cody, again, why are you like this? Like, why are you this angry? That's the biggest question out of all of this. Why are you this angry? And just bratty. It's fantastic though, never change. So he does the Snapdragon, which is obviously, like, Kenny Omega's highly known for doing that. I've literally wrote, why is it like this? The Bucks were not amused at that either, obviously, so there was just like a good couple of like 10 seconds where they were just like, what's your issue? But again, they're trying to move past it. They've cleared everybody through the previous Bucks spots, and then obviously the Snapdragon to Kazarian. And then, so it's only Kazarian in the ring, and he throws up the Too Sweet, as far as I remember, and they all 5-way super kick him. And I know they're all slapping their legs, obviously, but there was a really unified, like, cracking sound when they done it, and it looked and sounded really good, and I appreciated it. He sold it like an absolute champ as well. Daniels then the Bucks done a Rise of the Terminator with Cody, done the whole thing, went with them, and I was like, I can't keep up in this 20-minute match of whether you hate each other or not. Like, I don't know what's going on. Bullet Club is not fine, regardless of the fact at the start, might add, that Cody came out with Buddy the Bear and gave them all those Bullet Club is fine t-shirts. Doesn't matter how many times you say it, still not true, Cody. It's all your fault. You are the goddamn bad guy. I'm so emotionally invested in this entire storyline, which is obviously great because it means I'm going to buy the pay-per-view and watch it. I was going to buy it anyway, let's be honest, but you know. Daniel's done this beautiful Arabian press as well. He's been there around the world so long doing this that I just don't think he can do anything wrong at this point if he tried. Like, Christopher Daniels is just, there's a reason he's your first and only Grand Slam champion, and it's because it doesn't matter where or who you put him with or who he's tagging with or anything, it doesn't matter. He is going to consistently be able to put his character over, that person's character over, and make everybody a bigger star in the process, and he's just fantastic, and his wrestling skills are just unbelievable. So then, after the Arabian press, there was a moonsault from Adam Page, Matt Tavern done a dive, and then Buddy the Bear got up, and I was like, there's another goddamn wrestler. And again, I was like, if that's Cody Kenny. So Buddy the Bear does what Colt referred to as the Buddy Bomb, which I want a t-shirt saying Buddy Bomb. I don't know why I really took to that. Nick Jackson was over shouting, I like him now, talking about Buddy. And then Scorpio Sky, who has not been heard of this entire 50 odd minute show, nobody's seen nor heard of him, just slides in and tries to like screw up the match, obviously, but then I don't even know who got him out of the ring, but then Cody hits the crossroads to Vinny, and like at first I thought he came in and tried to hit Cody, but then Cody crossroads Vinny, like, and got the win from that. And then Marty was like chasing them out, but then he came back, obviously they've won, Bullet Club's music is playing, and SoCal Uncensored and the Kingdom just start like mauling each other and like taking it out of the ring, and Bullet Club's just left standing on the stage with their music playing and their Titran on, going, what? Like, it was a really weird, like, obviously it's going somewhere, it was just a really weird finish, like, because the entire match was leading up to a confrontation between Matt, Nick and Cody, and Marty and Adam being on like the fence about it, and then they were standing unified like, yay, we won, and everybody else was fighting, and I was just like, did not see that coming. So that's how the show ended. I really enjoyed tonight's show. Really, really enjoyed it. And as it stands right now, our matches for Supercard of Honour are Cody versus Kenny, obviously, because this needs to happen immediately. No more nonsense. Just go sort it out in the ring. Be big boys about it. We've also obviously got Marty and Dalton for the ROH World Title. We have the finals of the Women of Honour tournament to crown the first ever female Women of Honour champion. And I'm so excited for that. I can't wait. The purple belt is so pretty. So pretty. But yeah, so they'll really need to hurry up if we're not even on the quarterfinals yet. I suppose it's only 4 matches and then your finals. So, anyway, speaking to myself at that point. But yeah, they've obviously got a plan if they're making this match. We've then got Hangman Page versus Kota Ibushi, which before this was announced, I didn't know I wanted this match. I was just more focused on Cody and Kenny. But of course you're going to have this match because it plays in, and I just feel like it's Supercard of Honour. There's going to be so much shenanigans just based around this story, and I can't wait for it. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. In this match in particular, I really like Battle of the Moonsaults, people. Let's do this. We've then got the Young Bucks and Flip Gordon versus SoCal Uncensored in a ladder match for the 6-man tag titles. We also have Tomohiro versus Punishment Martinez in a match. I can't even remember when they set this up, but I know it's happening because we were told. We have Kenny King and Silas Young in a last man standing match for the TV title. And again, this match had to get to this point because they've had such a lovely run of singles matches and like tag matches, 6-man tag matches, and it gets to a point where there has to be like a big, it can't just be another singles match. So the fact it's a last man standing match, I'm like. And when I went to the first ever ROH show in Scotland last year, Silas Young had it was a street fight match that he had with Jay Lethal. But oh my god, like the man is a brawler all day, and I'm really excited to see where they take this. And then the final match at the moment, there's 8 of them confirmed, is the Briscoes versus Jay Lethal, and Tanahashi for the ROH tag titles. And that's just going to be fun again. Like, there's not a single match that I look at on this card and go, I could miss that one. Like, I'm really excited for all of this, and it's going to be a great show. We'll get 2 more TV episodes before it, and then obviously the show, and I'm so excited. It's going to be intense, and again, this year it's going up against NXT, and honestly, I think this year the ROH is going to take it. Obviously we won't know until the Saturday of, but I really genuinely think that the ROH, just by looking at the cards and me being an absolute Ring of Honour mark, I really think that Marty and Dalton and Cody and Kenny could be better than the 2 main events or whatever it is for 2 main events for NXT. Obviously you've got Aleister Black and Cien Almas, which is going to be a good match, but I don't know if I'm as invested emotionally as I am in Dalton and Marty or Cody and Kenny. But it could still be a great match. I'm going to stop babbling. I'm just talking now about what I think is going to happen, but this card looks fantastic. It's going to be great. I can't wait for it. I don't want to have to wait to the start of April. I know that's like, again, like 2.5 weeks away, but I want it now, and I can't wait. So yeah, until next week, or until they announce something or something else happens in Ring of Honour, I've been Kirsty, your host and ROH babbler, connoisseur, something or another, nonsense talker. And yeah, you'll be able to find me over on the Wrestling with Wrestling website in the ROH section, or on Smacked Up Wrestling Live on YouTube. Wherever you're at, I'll be on one of them. Check me out on Twitter. Come talk to me about ROH and all of the fun stuff. And yeah, guys, I will see you later. Bye.